Children, today in the topic statistics, we are going to study about the median. Now, what is the median state? Median is the value of the middle term of the sets of variable when the variable of the sets are arranged in order. Order means either arranged in ascending order or descending order. So, median means the mid value of the given variables, right? Suppose first we'll discuss the median of the raw data. So, median means mid value. Just remember, whatever data is given, first you have to arrange the data and then find the mid value. Suppose in the first case we are finding the median of the raw data. The raw data is given as we have given with 5 terms 3, 4, 1, 5, 8. So what we'll do first step to arrange the given term in ascending or descending order. And if the number of terms are odd, suppose say the number of terms n is odd, then the median, the formula for finding the median that we are going to apply will be n plus 1 upon 2th term. Okay, and suppose the number of terms which is n is even, then the median will be n by 2th term plus n by 2 plus 1th term whole upon 2. So these are the two formulas that we are going to use for finding the median for the raw data. So we are given with the data here in which the terms are given as 3, 4, 1, 5, 8. So first when we arrange these 5 terms, it will be ascending order 1, 3, 4, 5, 8. Now the number of terms is odd. So the median will be 5 plus 1 upon 2th term. It will be 6 upon 2th term. That will be third term. And the value of the third term you can see here is 4. So the median of the given data is 4. Alright children, please note down. Children, next we'll see that how to calculate the median of the group data. So here we'll calculating the median of the group data for both continuous data and discontinuous data, right? So whenever group data is given and we have to calculate the median, the first thing that we are going to do is drawing the cumulative frequency curve, or what we call frequency ogive. And the second step that we are going to do after drawing a cumulative frequency curve, that if there are n terms in the given distribution, we use the ogive to find the value of n by 2th term or n plus 1 by 2th term. Suppose if n is even, number of term is even, that means sigma f, right, is even, then we're going to apply this formula n by 2th term. And if sigma f, which is n, is odd, then we are going to apply the n plus 1 by 2th term, which is the median of the given term. So the value of n plus 1 by 2th term will be the median. That will be the middle value of the group data, right? Children, note down please. Now children, next are quartiles. What are quartiles? Basically, quartiles are those values of the variates which divide the total set of data in 4 equal parts. That means there are 3 values which dividing the whole data into 3 parts, Q1, Q2 and Q3. Q2 is the middle quartile, which is same as the median. So median is the middle value, or you can say it's a middle quartile, right? So next is Q1. Q1 is the lower quartile. It's a quartile, it's a value, it's the middle value of the lower half, or we can say the half before the median, that this quartile divides the lower half into 2 equal parts. Okay, so we can say that when the lower half before the median is divided into 2 equal parts, the value of the dividing variate is called a lower quartile. For calculating lower quartile, we are going to use this formula like n by 4 and n upon 4th term, and when n is even, and the formula n plus 1 whole upon 4th term when n is odd. Okay, and upper quartile Q3. Okay, so it is this upper quartile is dividing the upper half into 2 equal parts, the half after the median, right? So we can say that when the upper half after the median is divided into 2 equal parts, the value of the dividing variate is called upper quartile. Alright, so upper quartile is represented by Q3. The formula for finding the upper quartile is 3n by 4th term, or 3 bracket n plus 1 whole upon 4th term. Okay, so this is what the value of the formula for finding the upper quartile. Alright, children, please note down. Children, next we are going to study about interquartile range. Now what is the interquartile range? The difference between the upper quartile and the lower quartile. So interquartile range can be represented as upper quartile, which is Q3, minus lower quartile, which is Q1. Q3 minus Q1. And if the question says find the semi-interquartile range, then the formula will be interquartile range, the mean of interquartile range, that will be Q3 minus Q1 upon 2. Alright. Okay, let's see this sum, children. In this sum, it is given that in a school of 100 people have the height as tabulated below. So this is a measurement. This is a tabulation of the height given, and we have to calculate the median, upper quartile, lower quartile, and interquartile range. All right. So for calculating the median of the group data, we have to draw the cumulative frequency curve. So for drawing cumulative frequency curve, we need to convert the discontinuous data into the continuous data. So you can see here the lower limit of the first class is not equals to the upper limit of the second class. So what we are going to do, we are going to find the adjustment factor by dividing the lower limit of the second class minus upper limit of the first class upon 2, that will be 0.5. Now when we do that, when we calculate the adjustment factor, what we'll do for converting the discontinuous to continuous data, we'll subtract this adjustment factor from the lower limit and add to upper limit. So when we subtract 0.5 to 121, we'll get 120.5, and when we add to 0.5 to 130, we'll get 130.5. So similarly, we'll subtract 0.5 in all the lower limits of the class interval and add 0.5 all the upper limits of the class interval. Then we get the continuous data. The frequency which is given in the sum 12, 16, 30, 20, 14, 8. Then we'll calculate the cumulative frequency from the given frequency. So it will be 12, 12 plus 16, 28, 28 plus 30, 58, 58 plus 20, and so on. We'll calculate the cumulative frequency data. Now we have to calculate the cumulative frequency curve, right? So here along x-axis I have plotted class interval. Along y-axis I have plotted cumulative frequency. So equal gaps I have taken because the interval has started from 120.5. So I have drawn this constriction, this kink. Okay. Now this is the class interval 10 to 100 I have taken. Okay. 1 centimeter equals to 10 units. Right. Now we know that for drawing frequency ogive or cumulative frequency curve, all the data, all the cumulative frequencies has to be plotted at upper limit. That means this 12 has to be plotted at 130.5. So at 130.5 we'll plot 12, 140.5 we'll plot 28, right? This is this point. Then 150.5 will plot 58, this point. Then 160.5 will plot 78, 170.5 will plot 92, then 180.5 will plot 100. So this way when we join these points freehand, we'll see that the curve has been obtained, which is called the cumulative frequency curve or frequency ogive. Now for calculating median, we know that the formula for calculating median is when the number of terms is even, the formula will be n by 2th term. So here n is 100. So the formula for calculating median will be 100 by 2th term. It will be 50th term. So when we calculate the value of the 50th term by drawing the line like this and then perpendicular on an x-axis. So this particular value will be the median of the given data, right? So say this value has come 148. So I have written Q2 equals to 148 approx. Similarly, for calculating lower quartile, it will be n by 4th term. N is 100, number of terms is 100, n is sigma f. So n by 4 is 25, 25th term. So thus the value of 25th term you can see is something 139. Upper quartile 3n by 4th term. When we put n equals to 100, we'll get 75th term. So the value of 75th term when we calculate, we'll get 156 approx. For calculating interquartile range, what we'll do? Upper quartile minus lower quartile. So upper quartile is 156 minus lower quartile 139. We'll get 17 as the interquartile range. Alright children. Note down the solution please.